evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening on Facebook. Good evening on Instagram. Good evening on YouTube. Wherever you are, good evening. The reason I'm late, oh my goodness, I actually had a lot of technical difficulties going on just now. Trying to get on here was like a whole new experience for me. I know Facebook established a new way to be able to go on, and apparently it like slowed my process down because I was trying to play with learning how to get into the new Facebook Live. So I am here. I am here though. Good evening, good evening, good evening from wherever you are. I want to start with that. I hope everyone's having an amazing day, or had an amazing day, because the day is over. I, like so many other people, are like, listen, I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful to be here, but definitely missing my hairstylist at this point. I'm like, when can I go back to Dre and get my hair done again? But listen, it's safer to stay inside the house and just try to learn to, this is the time I'm learning new things. I'm going to try to learn to wash my own hair and see what that's like. The only issue for me that I have is like drying my hair, because it's so long. It will take a long time to dry. So that's the only reason I haven't decided to wash it myself yet. So good evening, everyone. I hope, like I said, you had an amazing day if you're just tuning in. My name is Jamie Newton Knight. I am your blended Black family strategist, your cooperative co-parenting specialist, and motherhood mastery strategist. So what do? I help women master their communication. I help women achieve their ideal life and create harmony in their relationships and beyond. So the reason we are on here tonight is because I wanted to give people some tips on how to cope during a crisis. And the reason I felt like this was a good topic is because last week I decided to talk about being a bad parent and like feeling like we were going to go into the week strong, and this homeschooling thing was going to be a breeze for us, and we were going to help our kids with homework and everything was going to be fine. But actually, week 1 of quarantine for many people was like, people were pulling out their hair by Wednesday, like, oh my goodness, now I see what the teachers go through, or oh my goodness, this is harder than I expected. A lot of people had many comments about that, like, oh, why don't y'all like being home with your own kids, or how can you not be able to handle your own children? And to that I say, it's not that parents can't handle their own children. It's not that parents don't like being home with their own kids or want to. I'm sure some don't, but that's not what it's like. I mean, that's not what it's about. What it really is that you as a parent are now in the house with a child full time, all day, all night, no breaks. You can't take them outside to play because you risk getting being subjected to the virus. You can't take them. There's no museums or movies, or there's no activities for them to do that's outside of the house. And so being inside of the house drives you crazy, drives them crazy, things like that. So that's the reason why many parents are saying, oh my goodness, it's been a trying week. Less about the fact that they don't want to be in the house with their kids, more about the fact that there's not much to do. So as you can see, I titled this, how to cope during a crisis. The reason, like I said, I posted this is because a lot of people are experiencing a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. And especially in a household when it's you, but you also have children, that's really, really difficult. And so I know a lot of, first I'm going to say this because I take anxiety and depression extremely seriously. Like, I know that there's some people who experience mild cases of it or have a support system, but there are many people who don't have a support system. So to that, I am saying, seek counseling. Seek counseling. Seek someone who actually can understand what's going on and can tell you what steps you need to take in order to help yourself move forward. A lot of counselors are doing virtual appointments now. So you don't have to worry about leaving your home and going to a doctor's office or a psychiatrist's office or therapist's office, counselor, whatever. You don't have to worry about that because you can do it from the comfort of your own home. So that's first. And I need to say that, and I want to say that seek counseling if you are experiencing any signs of anxiety or depression, because that's not a game. That's not nothing to play with. Seek a counselor. Hey on Facebook and hey on Instagram. So one, how to cope with how to cope during this crisis. A lot of us have families, and so it's, it can be difficult to try to cope. So the first thing the first tip I want to give is to stay connected. Stay connected. What does that mean? It means to keep in touch with your loved ones. Keep in touch with your loved ones. Contact them. Don't text is so impersonal. I mean, we do it so much now that it's like second nature to text, but actually pick up the phone and call each other. Hear the person's voice on the other end, because a person can text you whatever they want to text you. I'm fine, girl. Hey, what's up? I'm fine. And they may very well not be fine. So if you actually are on the phone with them, then you can hear the tone of their voice and you can hear whether they're okay or not. And same for you calling your friends or your family. They'll be able to hear the distress in your voice and be able to, talk you through. Like, listen, this is what we need to do to get you to the other side. Or you may just need someone to talk to. So keep in touch with loved ones. And I'm stressing this part because, of course, this is a blended family, cooperative co-parenting page. Parents have to allow their children to stay in contact with their co-parent, especially right now during this quarantine. It's extremely important that we put our own mess aside, right? Put your mess to the side and let your children call their co-parent. It's really, really important. I'm sure the co-parent is equally as, they want to know what's going on with their children. So it's important to keep them informed, to keep them involved. It would, passing from house to house right now is really not the best thing. So if you happen to be the parent who's on the off week, I know this is probably not the ideal situation for you because you want to see your children. But listen, there's hope. This thing is going to pass, and prayerfully sooner than later. And at that point, we get back to normal life. But in the meantime, we have to do all the things, take all the necessary precautions that we can so that this thing passes and goes away, and then we can go back to life. So yeah, let your children speak to their co-parent and let the co-parent call them. Surround yourself with positive people. At a time like this, it's very easy to get sucked into the negativity that's going on around us. There are a lot of people who are panicking. There are a lot of people who are stressing out. And there's some people who are just negative, right? Everything they have to say and do is negative, negative, negative. You have to stay away from those people at this time. Like when you see that conversation going into that negative space, thank you, but you know what? I'm going to talk to you another time. I'm going to talk to you later because I don't want to be in that headspace right now. Disconnect and move on. A lot of negative information is also coming from the TV. So we see this thing flashing on our TV screens all day long. We see this breaking news, this. And it honestly, for me, it hasn't been much of a help. And the reason I say that is because they're not giving any new information except telling me the death toll at this point. Like you're telling me how many people have died, how many more cases we have in New York, how many people are hospitalized. I don't want to know that. But you can do breaking news when you have a resolution to this issue. You can do breaking news when you have immunization. Like when you have come up with a solution, then I'll watch the news for that reason. But otherwise, it's like it starts to become depressing to continue to watch it and stress out about the things that we have no control over. Like we're already quarantined. So to sit glued to the TV and watch, I don't know in your state who comes on TV all day. I know the president comes on a lot, but in New York, the governor comes on a lot, and so does the mayor. And listen, when you guys come up with a resolution, solution, whatever, then I want to know what's going on. So again, stay connected, surround yourself with positive people. If you find yourself getting sucked into that negativity, even if it's on the TV, you can turn the channel from the TV. If it's a person, you can disconnect that phone and say, I'll talk to you another time. Separate yourself from that situation and start a support group. You can start a support group on your own for your other, if it's not even just for you, for your other friends, so that, because they might be struggling. So if you all band together and we're like, okay, at every day at 12 o'clock or every other day at 12 o'clock, we're going to do a Zoom meeting and we're all going to just meet in this meeting and going to chat and support each other. Or we'll do it every Friday. We'll all meet every Friday and, you know, we'll hash this out. That's what I'm going to start to do. I'm going to go live every Friday evening, because I'm finding that a lot of people are having a lot to say, and they have a lot of feelings about what's going on and they want to talk it out. And so if anybody has any questions that they want to ask me about how to help your family cope during this crisis, feel free to drop it in the comments, or you could just send me a private message if you want, and I'll answer it in the next live, which will be Friday. So number one, like I said, is stay connected. And the 3 different ways I gave you to stay connected is keeping in touch with loved ones by phone. That means parents, co-parents, allowing your children to contact their co-parent, their parent, their other parent, your co-parent. Surround yourself with positive people and positive things, and start a support group for your other friends who might be struggling through this time. Stay connected. 2, stay active and health conscious, mentally and physically. What does that mean? Dance, walk, exercise, do home workouts, but just keep yourself moving. And the reason I say that is because it is so easy to get caught up into sitting on the couch and being bored and just watching TV all day, and just doing nothing. And then that makes your mind start to roam and go haywire. And like I said, if you have the TV on and then the news is flashing and you have all this negative stuff, that sinks you into that mindset. So you don't want to do that. You want to dance, turn on the music. I don't know how loud you can turn it on in your building, but turn the music on and give yourself a little dance party, even if it's a break. Like for the next 30 minutes, all I'm going to do is dance. I'm going to just be carefree. I'm going to dance. I'm not going to worry about who's calling on my phone. I'm not going to worry about what's on the TV. Give yourself something to be able to decompress. Dance, walk, exercise, but just keep yourself moving. If you are the type of person who loves to read, get a good book and start reading that book. Like for me, I've been doing my graduate classes for so long that I haven't been able to sit and actually enjoy a book. I think last year I read a book. It was a co-parenting book, and I posted about it. And now I feel like I have so much time that I want to be able to start reading again, because reading is something that I enjoy doing. Writing poetry, writing in general, and reading and dancing have always been my favorite things to do. So why not get back into one of the things or some of the things that I love to do? I also love coloring. Like I used to color my kids' coloring books with them, but now they have adult coloring books. How cool is that? Like that's so cool. They have adult coloring books. We can do that. You can do arts and crafts. Whatever it is that you like to do, like just keep yourself busy, keep yourself moving. Don't sit and eat out of boredom, please and thank you, because that's just going to create a whole nother issue. That's why I said stay active and stay healthy, because if you sit and you're bored and you just start hand to mouth all day, then you're going to find yourself in a whole new issue come, you know, when we all start going back to work. You're going to have another issue to work on, which is like, oh no, I sat and I ate and now I feel like I've gained X amount of pounds and I don't like it or whatever. So listen, if it's hand to mouth, at least make it something that's going to be healthy that you can snack on. There's a lot of healthy stuff you can snack on. If you want to exercise, there's a lot of free workouts going on right now. If you want to know about one, I can definitely send you one, because I've been working on. There's 2 that I have been working on. One is a boxing, and one is more. It's called Bar Blend. It's kind of like ballet style, but a little less intense. So if you want to know about those two, and they are totally free, I'm not expecting anything from you for it. Let me know and I'll send you the link for it. But I've also been doing like family fitness with my kids. So there's free workouts online, and every day I post in this particular group, like, these are the free workouts for today. Let's do this one today. And there's a lot of family members who, not my family members, but there are a lot of families and their children who are joining me and my kids in doing this. And so it's become a really big thing where the kids are staying active, the kids are moving. I'm moving with them, but I'm also doing some of the things that I love, which is the boxing workouts and stuff like that. So stay active and health conscious mentally and physically. Don't sit and eat out of boredom. The last tip I have is keep calm. Show gratitude. Be grateful for where you are and what you have right now. How you show gratitude is up to you. I pray. When I wake up, I'm like, thank you, God, for waking me up, because you didn't have to. I could have been one of those people who found out, because like I told several of you, I actually came in contact with someone who tested positive for the coronavirus about the beginning of March 5th. Me and my kids, actually. And so within that time, we could have had any of the symptoms, which we haven't, thank God. And I thank God for that every single day, because that is a restaurant that I don't usually eat in, but to have eaten in that particular restaurant on that particular day, and them sending the email saying, on this specific day, this person was working, and if you came to our restaurant, you came in contact with someone. That was something like scary but interesting to hear. Like, oh my goodness, so now what? So we've been very cautious of the things we've been doing and how we've been maneuvering. But again, I pray every day when I wake up, I'm like, thank you, God, for waking me up, because I could have been one of those people in the hospital bed, not knowing what was going to be the next thing. So for me, I show gratitude by prayer and thanking God for every moment that I have, that every moment he has spared my life. I also show gratitude in the things that I'm doing. I'm trying to like do things to be positive and promote positivity to other people. And so that's how I show my gratitude. However you choose to do it is how you choose to do it. Whether you write in your journal every day, Lord, this is what I'm grateful for, or Jehovah, this is what I'm grateful for, or whomever you pray to, if you don't pray to a person at all, or, an entity at all, and you just feel like this is what I do to show my gratitude, then listen, whatever it is, show gratitude. Again, in part of keeping calm, I have music again. For me, music is very calming, but it's also very fun, right? So it can be fun for me, but it can also be very calming. So I listen to music, any genre of your choice. You can listen to some calming music. You can listen to some gospel music, whatever helps you relax and decompress. For me, I listen to gospel when I want to just get my mind right. But if I'm just in one of those, like, if I want to decompress, I'll throw on some Sade and Anita Baker, and like I just have a whole list. I go from old to new. Anthony Hamilton, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, Raheem Devon. The list goes on, but I have a lot of people that I love that I'll listen to help me decompress. But my go-to is gospel, and it's more like not the calming kind of gospel, but like Erica and Tina, and so Mary for you guys who don't know who they are. But yeah, so whatever you choose, but like listen to something that will keep you calm to help you decompress, and show gratitude. Also, what's super important right now, like we're all going through this thing. You can sit and discover what your passion is. And if you're able to do what that is, whatever that passion is, whatever you're passionate about, put it into action. You're home all day. Put that plan in action. Like, do stuff that's geared toward whatever you are most passionate about. If you're not able to do whatever it is right now, because let's say you love to bake, and you want to own your own bakery, but baking requires other people tasting your food, or you love to cook and it requires other people eating your food, and you can't do that because of the situation we're in, that should not stop you from creating a plan. You can still plan it and prepare to execute that plan so that once this crisis is over, you have that plan in place and you're ready to click go and hit go. So make sure that you're not sitting on those passions or sitting on those things that the purpose of your life while you're sitting at home. This might be a time where we are supposed to be reflecting on the things that we're supposed to do. I say the things that God wants us to do. And he might be trying to give you more insight and more direction on what he wants you to do with your life. And this time of solitude and being home might be there to show you what those things are. So I'm just saying that. Take it or leave it, whatever you choose. Whatever you choose. But yeah, that definitely think about what being at, and I also feel like being at home, even though some people look at it as, oh my goodness, home all day, it's created a lot of family time with our families. Like, I know that me and my kids, even though it drives me crazy at times, spending time with them and creating fun things to do every day. Like, we literally find something fun to do every day so they can decompress, but also so I can decompress. We do Just Dance together at night, the little video game on PlayStation. Some people have it on Wii, whatever. Like, we do Just Dance and all of us dance together. My husband will dance, I'll dance, the kids will dance, we take turns. Or we'll play Scrabble, or we'll play Uno, or we'll play Sorry. Like, there's things to do to help you decompress. You got to find what those activities and those things are that's going to help you cope. Like, you need to do that. You need to do these things. Let me go to some of these questions and comments here. Let me see. So one of the comments says, you are so right. Everything that comes on with the president, governor, and mayor is only about how many are dying and how many tested positive. How about a solution to the problem? I'm just saying. I completely agree, Renee. It is irritating to hear all day just that this is the problem. This many deaths has happened. Just alone today, when I turned on the news this morning, and the governor was talking, and was it the governor? It might have been the president. I don't know. They're all intertwined in my head at this point. But when they said there were 18 deaths within the past 24 hours in this one specific hospital in Queens, New York, I was like, heartbreaking for the families that are experiencing this, because with that also comes the fact that they can't have gatherings, which means you can't have a funeral right now. So you can't truly mourn the loss. Like, you can't process it the way that you normally would if we weren't experiencing a crisis. So I'm tired of hearing the problem, especially hearing this problem every single day. I really just want to hear the solution at this point. And that's how I feel about it. I don't know when the solution is going to come, but I'm prayerful that that we'll have one soon. Let me see if there were any more comments before I... Oh, thank you for tuning in. You're welcome. Thank you. Some people are saying thanks for the live feed. Beautiful tips. Appreciate the love. Thank you for sharing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you. Again, just to really quickly go over what the tips were, it was stay connected, stay active and health conscious, mentally and physically, and keep calm. And for each of those tips, I gave you some examples of things that you can do to try to cope. Like, we're all experiencing this crisis, but we all have to try to find a way to keep ourselves sane, because it is very easy to sink into depression or to sink into having this anxious, anxiety. Like, it's easy. I can see, how people who struggle with these things can get sucked into it very quickly. Like I said, when you see nothing but negativity on the TV, I can understand why it's affecting people the way that it is. So again, please, If you are tuning in late, go back and watch the video from the beginning. I feel like these tips are extremely helpful. If you are watching the replay, feel free to to put in the comments #replay. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns that you want me to hear or address on the next live, which is going to take place on Friday night, feel free to private message me, or you can even leave those questions here and I will answer them on next week's live. Again, I'm going to try to do this weekly because a lot of parents are reaching out to me with different struggles that they're having, and co-parenting while under quarantine is one of them, because some parents are in the same state and they can't even exchange the kids because of the rules of what this quarantine is about. So I'll probably try to tackle that conversation next week. But listen, all of you, everyone, try to find the best way that you can possible to cope with your specific situation, whatever that is. Keep yourself moving, staying connected with family, loved ones, friends, whatever, and try to keep yourself calm. Also, if you guys are interested in staying connected with me, because of course I am a blended family and co-parenting coach and motherhood mastery strategist, feel free to you can contact me either by sending me a message at jnewknight@blendedblackfamily.com, which is my email address if you want to just email me. And that J is JAENEWKNIGHT@blendedblackfamily.com. I will leave the link below on Instagram. The link is in my bio if you want to schedule a motherhood mastery strategy session with me, where we can sit and talk about what your greatest challenge is, and I can give you strategies on how to tackle those challenges. Or you can join my email list. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll leave all the information in the link below. But definitely tune in next week, which will be, like I said, Friday evening, so we can meet here and chat again. I actually told people, bring your beverage of choice to this live. I don't know if anybody brought anything, but I did. I brought my water. This is my Migraine World Summit water mug. I like it a lot. I carry it everywhere. It's very convenient to carry. I would wish it held more water. It doesn't hold a lot of water, maybe 16 ounces. But I love having it because I drink water all day long. So again, I hope you guys have a great evening. Thank you for tuning in, and stay connected. Stay connected through any of the information that I gave. Again, I will leave that information on Facebook in the comments so that you can reach out to me if you are interested in a motherhood mastery session. I hope you guys have a great night. God bless you, and good night. Bye, Facebook. Bye, Instagram.